As the lawmakers down in Austin wrap up the first week of the the special session, and they do so in style with, public testimony on the bathroom bill. That should be a fun day down in Austin. We visit with our good friend Patrick Svitek of the Texas Tribune. Patrick, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Chad. I'm doing well.
Good. It looks like the bathroom bill is the big topic today down in Austin. Is that right?
Yeah, it's definitely getting the most attention, but it's going to be considered as part of a kind of rapid-fire series of committee hearings in the Senate through Sunday. And this is kind of part of the Senate's intention to get to work very quickly and move very quickly to pass most, if not all, of the governor's special session agenda.
There have been a few articles out, about the different pace that the Senate is working on versus the House. Was this something expected? Because the House hasn't passed. They haven't even passed sunset legislation, right?
I don't believe so. The full chamber has not passed sunset legislation yet. I believe it was considered and potentially passed out of a House committee earlier this week. But they're definitely not as far along as the Senate is, and it's definitely getting a lot of headlines. I think it's something that people expected, though. This was kind of how things went during the regular session. The Senate moved very, very quickly to pass its priorities and to pass the governor's priorities, and you saw the House moving much more slowly. And right now it's a little unclear what exactly the game plan, I think, is in the House, at least as far as the public-facing strategy is concerned. There was a slight development yesterday, or actually 2 nights ago, in which the governor slightly tweaked 2 items on the special session call to kind of beef up 2 items related to school finance, related to education. A lot of people interpret that as a bit of an overture to the House. So maybe he's getting a little more buy-in from the House, and maybe we'll see a little more cooperation and collaboration in the coming days and weeks on that side of the Capitol.
How is the relationship between the governor, the lieutenant governor, and the speaker? For those who maybe we're taking a little bit of a break between the regular session and now the special session. What's that relationship like? Have we mended any fences? I saw a picture of the lieutenant governor, delivering pizza and soda pop. I don't know what that is, but
right.
Soda pop. But did he take any over to the House? I mean, what's the relationship like?
That would have been a savvy move. I didn't hear about that. For those people who may just be tuning back into what's going on in Austin, the divisions, at least between the speaker and the lieutenant governor, have only kind of deepened. I think that you've seen a war of words, particularly Dan Patrick's side, the lieutenant governor's side, only intensify since the end of the regular legislative session. He's really picked up this and ran with this talking point that the speaker is trying to lay the groundwork for state income tax in Texas with his proposals to put more money into public schools. That has been kind of the central criticism that the lieutenant governor has been using in the lead up to the special session. As far as the governor is concerned, I think it's just pretty clear from the issue set that ideologically he's much more aligned right now on the special session agenda with Dan Patrick than he is with Joe Strauss. But I think he is still trying to straddle the divide a little bit and trying to keep both sides happy. Again, if you look at that revised special session call the other night, to me it was clearly an overture or not to the House, where some House Republicans, specifically from rural areas, have been looking for a little more meat on the bones as far as the school finance charge is concerned. And so I think Abbott, again, while it's clear that these issues, much more align him with Dan Patrick ideologically, I think he's still trying to straddle the divide in some ways. I mean, again, and that makes sense tactically. This is his special session. He wants to actually get things done.
Yeah. We're visiting with Patrick Svitek with the Texas Tribune. When I had the governor on my show, what was it, a few weeks back, maybe a month or so ago, it all blends together now. He had called out the House for, do your jobs. Don't be lazy. Do your jobs. Get there and work all day. And we haven't really seen that yet. The governor just the other day threatened to start naming names of lawmakers who weren't with him on some of the different issues. Now, I've got the governor on my show Monday. Has he started naming any names yet? And do we anticipate the governor, if the House doesn't start moving anytime soon, do we anticipate him maybe taking a few more swings at House members?
I do anticipate him getting a little more aggressive and perhaps calling out the House. He was actually, I believe, asked yesterday in a media appearance about the pace of work in both the chambers. And in that appearance, I don't think he expressed any explicit concerns or said anything remotely critical. I think he's probably still giving it a few more days to see what exactly the game plan is in the House. And, of course, he could know much more than I know about what the House is going to do as just simply a reporter. But I do think that he is definitely has definitely approached the special session with a more aggressive posture. And I think there will be a willingness to call out inaction in either chamber if we get deep into the special session, maybe a week from now, a week and a half from now, and there's not serious movement on some of the items that he cares about.
Yeah. Patrick, I know you've been also paying attention to what some of our U.S. senators are up to as far as, health care and everything else. What are some things that you're covering specifically, and what can people look forward to seeing on the Texas Tribune's website from you soon?
Yeah, I mean, I think, the thing that continues to captivate us is how Ted Cruz is really giving it his all, trying to move this, the Senate's Obamacare repeal and potentially replace efforts in a more conservative direction. This week he's been making a lot of media appearances, really trying to sell his plan hard. That's what we're focused on the federal front. And then this weekend, all eyes will be on the Texas Capitol and these Senate committee hearings. Again, there's a series of them that starts today and goes through Sunday, all kind of with this goal of showing Governor Abbott that the Senate can move quickly on his items and, hopefully build up some goodwill with the governor.
Very nice. Patrick, appreciate your time today, and we will visit again next week, okay?
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you. That's Patrick Svitek, Texas Tribune. Visit their website, see all the top state headlines there at texastribune.org.